consider supporting us on Patreon for just $1 or more per month. The link is below in the description. Hey, what's up everyone, Kim here with this week's RB4 DLC review. In this video we're looking at the Band of Horses pack number 1, which contains 3 songs from the aforementioned Band of Horses. But is this indie rock pack any fun to play? Let's find out. The first song is The Funeral, and the drum shot starts with a 41 measure weight, and each measure is around 2 seconds long. The rest of the chart is a slow 4/8 beat, with some extra snare hits as well as some semi-interesting pedaling. You do get some section with continuous pedaling from time to time, which isn't very fast. The only difference is a long snare roll and an 11 measure break towards the end of the song, which is a sealed deal for me that I give the drum shot a 3.5 out of 10. The bass chart got the same breaks and weights from the drum chart, which is again almost half of the song. This chart got 2 riffs, which the first is slow strumming on single notes, with a short sustain for every second and fourth note. The second riff is a mix of continuously slow strumming, and single changes, short sustains and a few hammer-ons. Other than that, there is nothing else. Well, except a long sustain here and there. I give the bass chart a 4 out of 10. The guitar shots start with super slow single note changes, with short sustains on most of them, and a hammer on between every single note that doesn't have the sustain. This riff lasts for the entirety of the weight in the bass and drum chart, and that riff also returns in the other breaks of those charts. Just like the bass chart, this chart also got 2 other riffs, which the first one is just chord strumming, with the hammer on between the changes of the strumming, and the second riff is 3-finger chord strumming, mixed with short sustains on some of them, as well as a single note between the changes of the strumming. In the long snare roll section of the drum chart, you get all strumming in the same beat as a snare roll, but other than that, it's nothing else. This is the least repetitive chart of this song. But the riffs aren't very interesting, which is the reason I give the guitar shot a 5.5 out of 10. In summary, The Funeral is just mediocre on drums and bass, while being a little bit better on guitar. I can't really recommend this song for people who want fun songs, so only buy this song if you like the song itself. And I give The Funeral by Band of Horses a total score for a below average 4.3 out of 10. The second song is called Is There a Ghost, and the drum shot starts with a 33 measure weight. After weight you get the only beat you will get for the rest of the song. But that beat is actually a lot of fun. A fast ride cymbal beat with a lot of pedaling and extra snare hits. There is only 2 fills coming in this whole chart, and if it wasn't for the weight and that the chart is very repetitive, I would actually have given this chart a good score, since the beat you get is very fun. But with all that, I give the drum shot a 5.5 out of 10. The bass shot starts with super long sustains on the green, yellow and occasionally blue note, which lasts until the weight of the drum shot stops. The rest of the chart is just strumming on the green, yellow and again the occasional blue note, with short breaks that got sustains, and a single red hammer between the changes of the strumming. That's the whole chart. I really can't give this chart a higher score than 3.5 out of 10. The guitar shots start with a real fun single note changes section, which lasts for the entire weight of the drum chart. There is also some hammer-ons thrown into the mix here, and for a short time you get a mix of strumming and single note changes. So this section was really fun. Just too bad that the rest of the song is really boring. It's just chord strumming with a hammer-on between the changes of the strumming, and nothing else. You do get the one section from the intro at the end of the song, which did spice the chart up a little bit. The intro and that section is the only reason I give the guitar shot a 6 out of 10. In summary, Is There a Ghost has a good drum shot when it starts, although repetitive, and the start and the end of the guitar shot was actually a lot of fun as well, but the bass shot was just uninteresting during the whole thing. I give Is There a Ghost by Band of Horses a total score of an average 5 out of 10. The final song of the pack is No One's Gonna Love You, and the drum chart got 3 beats. The verse beat, which is a slow 4-beat beat on a hi-hat, with some semi-interesting kicks, and a snare roll feels that comes a lot in all the verses. The chorus beat is basically the same beat, just on the ride cymbal with some different fills, which did spice it up for me. There's one more beat that comes after the second chorus and at the end of the song, which is the same beat again, just with a hell of a lot more pedaling. This made the shot a lot of fun for me, because the verses and choruses weren't anything special, just enjoyable in a simple way. But that other beat was a ton of fun to play, and not very hard. Overall this shot was a lot of fun, although a little bit simple, but still in a very fun way. I give the drum shot a 7 out of 10. The bass shot is the same, 3 riffs you get in the same places. The verse is a mix of single changes, hammer-ons and sustains, while the choruses are basically the same, just with more sustains than in the verses. The riff you get after the second chorus and at the end is just slow strumming with short breaks between every second, third and fourth note. That's all you get, but again it was fun in a simple way, which is why I give the bass shot a 6 out of 10. The guitar shot follows the same formula. The verses are first a mix of C-note changes, sustains and a few hammer-ons, but this leads into a mix of strumming on C-notes and chords before the riff repeats. The chorus is just a mix of strumming on C-notes and chords, and the third riff is a little bit similar to the choruses and verses from the bass chart. A lot of sustains, C-note changes and a few hammer-ons. I think this is the most consistent, fun chart of this song, and probably this whole pack. I give the guitar shot a 7.5 out of 10. In summary, No One's Gonna Love You is fun on all the instruments in a simple way. And if you are gonna buy just one song of this pack, I would certainly pick this one. I give No One's Gonna Love You by Band of Horses a total score of a very good 6.8 out of 10. So that's the Band of Horses pack number 1. And it's easy to see which songs stood out in the pack, since the other songs weren't very good when it comes to fun charts. That chart is No One's Gonna Love You, and unless you really like the other songs, then I would only buy that one. I give the Band of Horses pack number 1 a total score of a slightly below average 5.4 out of 10. But that's all for today's review. If you found the video helpful, then make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more open videos in the future. Check out some of our other videos here, and tell us your thoughts of this DLC single in the comments. Thank you as always for watching, and see you next time in the next video.